Day 205, Coffee with Kenny. Sometimes you just have to say no, okay? Sometimes we say yes. A lot of times we say yes. We say yes because we want to help people, or we want to do the right thing, or we want to help a customer or someone we're flying for, or whatever the case may be. And I'm going to hone in on weather decisions, but you know, this kind of goes throughout other areas of your life. I recently, you know, I watch a lot of stuff, right? And I watch a lot of gurus and I learn from a lot of other people. And I'm a helicopter pilot and I'm a CFI and I'm a trainer, but I'm also a businessman. And I read something where it said the number one word of a successful entrepreneur, business owner, operations manager, whatever the case is, someone in charge, the number one word that should be coming out of their mouth is no. And if you think about that, it makes a lot of sense. And, you know, we have this fatal accident thing going on in 2019 where it's a horrible year, approaching records. And I covered the 7 things that came out from the helicopter safety team. And when I was talking about a lot of these issues, I'm like, you know, why do we do these things? Why do we knew better? And just kind of dawned on me earlier that a lot of it is our inability to say no sometimes, okay? And a lot of times we say yes. We know in our gut it's not the right thing to do, but to make someone else happy, help someone else out. And you could apply this to flying as well, right? A lot of the times that we get ourselves into trouble is because we didn't have the ability to say no. And if you think about this, and you really think about it, and you apply it to the go, no-go decision, you apply it to basically any area of your life, you always have to do what's right for you, right? And when you say yes too many times, that probably means you're probably trying to take care of too many other people and making too other many people happy. And whether it's in your occupation or it's your personal life or running your business, if you're saying yes all the time, then you're what they call a yes man, right? Where somebody's always going, yes, yes, yes. It can't be a good thing. It cannot be a good thing. You want to say yes as much as possible. And of course, again, we want to make people happy. We want to make customers happy. We want to make our friends and family happy. But you always have to boil down to doing what's right for number one, right? And when you apply this to the flying scenario and the making the no-go decisions, wow, some crazy frogs over there making noise. The no-go decisions, think about that, right? Are you saying yes because you're worried about what somebody's going to say? Are you saying yes because on that medical flight, even though you know all the right reasons to say no, you heard it was a 4-year-old little girl and you've got a 4-year-old little girl at home? Or you want to take that flight or you know you need to cancel a flight, but you want to get home because if you don't, you're going to miss your child's, you know, event that evening, you know? The scenarios are endless. I want you to take away from this video thinking about your ability to say no, especially when you know what's right and in your gut you also know it's iffy, or you know it's wrong, or it's not what you want to do, and you say yes to appease someone else. It is probably not going to be the best outcome. So again, going back to all the fatal accidents that are happening, sure, we know some are mechanical and some are beyond a pilot's control, but let's be real. The majority of the time, the pilot made a bad decision. Made maybe what he thought was a good decision, but there was some underlying thing in there that he knew deep down the weather was iffy. He knew deep down there was an issue. I was reading a text from somebody earlier, and they were asking me about problems with an aircraft, and it got real specific, and I'm like, you know, I can give advice in these videos, but you all still have to make your own decision. We all have to make our decisions as pilots in command. And a lot of the times people, when they're asking me a question, I know they know the right answer. They just want to hear it from me too, right? And I love giving advice, but I can't always give the right advice for a situation because I'm not there and I don't know. If you know in your heart or you know in your gut that it isn't right, or something doesn't feel right about it, or you know feel like you're going to regret it later, then the answer is probably no. All right, think about that for day 205, Coffee with Kenny. Here I am, 9 o'clock at night, getting ready to go to California, and I haven't even started packing yet. I had my whole day planned out. A lot of things popped up. This popped up, that popped up, and I said yes, 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 where I should have said no, 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 right? But that's the way it goes. So I'm using myself as an example again, just like the training when we go through and people go, oh, I got my ratings, I don't need to train anymore. Hell yeah, you do. We need to constantly train. We need to constantly review. Aerodynamics, you learn it once. Emergencies, procedures, we learn all these things for testing. That stuff doesn't stay fresh in your mind. That stuff, you lose it. Airspace, if you're not actively teaching it and going back and reviewing it, and you're just going out and flying every day, you're going to lose that airspace knowledge. It will start to go away from you. If you don't use it, you lose it. So in the thought process of all these videos we're doing and trying to make good topics and trying to get people to think and trying to reduce these accidents, think back about the ability to say no. And sometimes that ability, that when you say that no, it's not going to be popular. A lot of times it's going to be very unpopular. This isn't a frickin' popularity contest. It's about staying alive. And again, I have my faults, and I'm using myself as an example. So I'm doing this video to help others, and I'm also doing it to refresh it in my own mind. We have the ability to say no and do what's right for us in any given situation. Right? So think about that. The ability to say no. All right, we're getting ready to head out on the trip. Get your questions in if you want to ask anything specific to the guys at CHP. We're going to be out there. Going to meet with Brian Rutledge, our operations manager. If you've got any questions for Brian, he's a law enforcement pilot as well. And we're going to be in the Sacramento, San Francisco area if any Hogs members are in that general vicinity. Not sure if we're going to head down to Southern California. We'd like to, but we're going to get out there first, and we're going to do Alcatraz. Got to do that, right? Never seen it. Got to do that. Going to one day meeting with Brian, one day meeting with CHP, and we'll be out there a few more days, so we haven't got anything else planned as of yet. All right. Remember the ability to say no. And we'll see you in day 206. So, yeah, and we're going to do our best. Keep providing Coffee with Kenny videos every day, but it's going to be traveling, so it's going to be probably a little bit shorter, which is okay since I go on too long. And my daughter's going to be helping me, and she always complains about me going on too long in a video. So since she will be helping me, we'll try to make them shorter. Throw in some new questions, some things we can answer while we're gone, especially some, any question is good, but you're probably going to get the short version, but throw us some new questions, and we'll see you in day 206. Like, subscribe, comment down below. See you next video.